So that's great. Well, good. Well, I see that it's 9 o'clock. So we can go ahead and get started with the announcements. This is fairly brief, but we just want to let people know what's coming up today. And Joy Riggs is with me this morning. Hi, Joy.
Good morning. Great
How
to
are
be.
you?
I am well. Had such fun yesterday. Oh my gosh, I'm still thinking about
Yeah.
some of the things I learned and people that I didn't know about their books. And so going to look through the author directory later and write
Yeah.
more notes.
Yeah, exactly. I took some notes too. I really had a good time at the very first panel about the networking or social media and how authors connect with readers, how readers connect with authors. And I mean, I thought that I was pretty good as far as being out there and on different social media channels, but I learned of some different opportunities that might be out there to reach readers. And just to let everybody know that all of those sessions were recorded. So
Yes.
if you missed one or you wanted to go back to one to rewatch it, I don't think they're up right now, but within the next day or two, just go to our website. They'll be on our YouTube channel. And so the link to the YouTube channel is on the website. It'll be very easy just to find that and rewatch the panels. Please share them and let other people know about that. It looks like we have a question from Kristen, and I'll talk about that in just a second. We are planning to have the live event in October, so I'll give you all some more information about that. So first, I just wanted to let people know that if this is your first day, you couldn't attend yesterday, I just wanted to briefly share my screen so I can just show you what the website looks like, where you will find all sorts of information. So if you go to the Deep Valley Book Festival website, right now I have it clicked the Cabin Fever schedule. So if you're just looking to see what's coming up today, just scroll down and you'll see everything that's upcoming. You'll see those registration links if you haven't had a chance to register yet, or if you decide, right before the session to attend, click on the link and you'll be brought right to that Zoom room. So just know that there's many, many things coming up today. I'll point out the author directory, like Joy mentioned. That's the place where you can find out more about the authors who are part of the festival. So right away, you'll see our keynote speakers. We have Margie, who is this weekend's keynote speaker. If you go to our YouTube channel right now, you can see her talk that first aired yesterday. So that's available right now for you to watch if you missed it. And then Will Weaver is our featured speaker for October. So he's a well-known Minnesota author. It'll be really fun to have him. And then you can just scroll down and you'll just see all of the authors, and you would just hover over their name and click and be brought to a page that tells you more about them and their books. And so just know that when you click on the authors and you click on their pages and you want to buy a book from them, that goes right to them. They're here to sell their books directly. So whether they sell it themselves, from their own websites, or maybe they've linked to an independent bookstore, it's their choice of where they want you to buy their books. And so generally they're going to choose the way that kind of benefits them the most. So it really does, this is a way to directly support the authors, and the Deep Valley Book Festival doesn't get any cut or anything like that, of the proceeds. So it is going right to the authors. And so if you have a choice, I mean, this is always the best choice, if you know of somebody who has a book, to try to buy it directly from them. I won't mention the big retailers by name, but it's always best that if you can find the author herself or himself and talk to them directly to get the book. That's the best way. And so that's how we have it set up here at the book festival. I'll also point out our shop link. So that is another place where you can find out how to buy books. We do have some options here, how to get an autographed copy or a book plate, that type of thing. I know that's one thing that we miss with the virtual festival, that we can't have the author right there sign the book to you, but there are ways to do it. If you're looking for a book for yourself that you want signed, or maybe you have a friend or family member that you think would be a great recipient of one of the books you come across, there's ways to contact the author and have some kind of signature there provided to you. We have a list of the new titles that are available. So if you're looking for brand new books and really want to be on the cutting edge before all of your friends to know of new books that are out there, we have a link for that too. And we also have Deep Valley Book Festival merchandise for sale, the tote bag, which I'll show in a minute. We have some drawings for tote bags as well throughout the day, and some other things there as well. So just wanted to make sure that you are going to the website and just kind of poking around there. So we'd like you to visit and just see what's available there. We do have book giveaways for every session. So at the end of this session, we will have a giveaway. I think we have several books plus a tote bag to give away. So our authors and our publishers who have been part of the festival this year have been very generous as far as donating books for these giveaways. So again, at the end of every session, there's an opportunity to win books and merchandise. You have to be present to win. So if you're going to be at the session anyway, then you might as well, just be able to have your name entered in that drawing. So that's a good opportunity there. We also have the opportunity to become a festival friend. So the Deep Valley Book Festival runs on support from sponsors, organizations, and individuals. We operate as a nonprofit. All money that we get goes right back into supporting the festival. So we certainly do have expenses. None of us are paid. So nobody's making money off of this. It's just something that we want to do to be able to connect readers and writers. That's our mission. So we really appreciate any support that we have for that. So we do have the Festival Friend opportunity. And so for that, that's $25. And you become a festival friend. And we thank you, we mention you, we put your name on our website. But right now, the really great benefit of being a festival friend is that if you sign up by noon today, so you have 3 more hours to think about this. If you sign up by noon today, you will be put into a drawing, a grand prize drawing at the end of the festival at 5:30 when we have our closing announcements for a friendship bag of books. And this is the huge bag of books that have been donated by festival authors. And so I think we're up to over $300 worth of books. So if you are looking to get just a huge prize like that, it's a really good opportunity. And for that, you don't need to be present to win. We'll just take the festival friends' names and draw one. And if you're not there at 5:30 today, that's okay. We'll be in contact with you. But speaking of the festival friends, I do want to mention them. So we have Hazel Behrens, Michelle Blake, Nancy Ellenson, Marilyn Frank, Sandy Garlow, Joanne Griebel, Helen Holder, Christine Linke, Deborah Marr, Nancy McAvoy, Myrna Mybus, Paula Morehart, and Rebecca Novak. If I missed anyone, I apologize. We did get several new friends yesterday. So we were just trying to keep up with people who were purchasing that $25 donation. So we really appreciate that too. And Joy, yeah, if you would have an opportunity to put the link for where they can find the Festival Friends checkout button on our website, that would be great. Melinda's looking for that, and it would be helpful for other people as well. We do have general sponsors as well that I want to mention. Our official sponsor is Minnesota Heritage Publishing. Our official media sponsor is Free Press Media. And our other sponsors, the Blue Earth County Historical Society, Fox Point Publishing, J Graphics Inc., and we do have a grant from the Minnesota State Arts Board, so we're very grateful for that. And so this activity is made possible by the voters of Minnesota through a grant from the Minnesota State Arts Board, thanks to a legislative appropriation from the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. So we live in a really wonderful state here in Minnesota that knows the importance of arts and culture and has funds to be able to give to organizations such as us. We also have in-kind sponsors, MankatoLife.com, Wink, Where Women Talk, GSR Fine Arts Festival, South Central Service Cooperative, and By All Means Graphic and Printing. I will also let you know that we are planning for the 6th edition of the Deep Valley Book Festival on October 2nd. That's a Saturday, and that would go along with previous editions of the book festival that we've had that first Saturday in October. We are really hopeful that we can do this live in October. That's 7 months from now. So crossing our fingers, things so far seem to be pretty positive. People seem to be pretty positive about summer events even coming up. So hopefully we can gather again, of course, keeping safety protocols in mind and that kind of thing. But that is what we are planning so far. So that would be in Mankato. It would be at the Loose Moose Saloon and Conference Center, which if you're familiar with Mankato, it's right downtown. So please mark that on your calendars. It's nice, you know, it's always been nice to gather live and be able to interact with readers and writers like that. But we also like this virtual component as well, because we can get people from, as you can see, from many different states. So we'll try, we'll figure out a way to kind of get everybody involved. So hopefully we can still have some kind of virtual component combined with our live component to just reach as many people as possible. So October 2nd, Loose Moose Conference Center. Paula's looking for an address for that. So Joy, if you can pop that. I think it's, if I have to go from my memory, I think it's, I can pop that in, 119 South Front Street, Mankato. You can maybe double check that. But if you wanted to pop that into your GPS, that should get you downtown. It's right next door to the Civic Center.
Put a link in the chat to the
Loose Moose.
So yeah.
Yep, thank you. And also with that festival in October is we will once again do the Young Writers and Artists competition. So that's something that we've always done every time that we've had the book festival, our fall book festival. And it's a great way to get kids involved. We really want to support those young writers and artists who are out there in our midst. I know that a lot of kids like to write and they like to draw, but somehow that gets kind of lost as they get older. So we just really want to encourage those kind of talents and interests, and like to think of this contest as a way to really give that validation to these young people, to say that writing and illustrating and these kind of creative ventures are a legitimate career path, you know, as many of us know who are writers, and we've been able to make that part of our lives. So it's really important for us to reach those young kids. So I would just ask everybody here that if you know of young people, whether it's kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, neighbors, anybody from age 7 to 17 is eligible to enter these contests. And so you have the young writers, where they write a story, and then young illustrators, they illustrate a scene from their favorite book. And you can see the link there in the chat. That's where you would find the entry form. So it's just really easy to download the entry form, give it to a kid, have them do their entry, mail it in, and we will be having that contest. I think the deadline is June 30th. So there's definitely some time, but we like to see great participation, and there's cash prizes. So if there's any incentive there, that's a pretty good one. Again, we just really like to recognize the value of writing and illustrating. So we want to recognize that with a little bit extra incentive there for the kids to have cash prizes. So we'd love to see that. And Julie mentioned as well our newsletter. That's a great way to keep on top of news and information. We have a Facebook page and Twitter and Instagram, but really to have the newsletter come directly into your inbox with updates as we start to plan the October Festival, as we get closer. Definitely you'll want to keep in touch that way. So please subscribe to the newsletter. You can find that on our website as well. And I will just also mention that everything on the website is going to stay active for quite a while. So it's not like the author directory is going anywhere. It's not like the recorded sessions will be going anywhere. So just know that you can always come back to the website. You know, if you think about a book or an author later, and you wanted to check them out, you know, that's always going to be available there on the website. And as we get closer to October, some of those authors are probably going to rotate in and out. We'll have new ones coming up for the Fall Festival for sure. Some will remain the same, who will always want to be part of the festival. So that will be changing at some point, but for a while, you'll see the same ones there. And just know too, that not every author is on a panel or doing a workshop. So please check out the author directory, just give them all a look so you can see who all has been part of this. So I think that's it for announcements, but we could move on to the drawing portion. I just will show the tote bag. I think might be our first giveaway. So this is a very nice tote bag that we have with our logo on it. It's great quality. I mean, it has that pocket, you know, you could really put a lot of books in here. So it's a nice little gift there. And if you don't win it, that's on our shop link. I think it's $5 if you would like that tote bag. It's just a really nice one. So wanted to show that to everyone. So Joy, do we have some winners?
We do have winners. There's
All right.
one tote bag, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 books. And so the winner of the tote bag is Myrna Mibus.
Myrna, okay.
The next prize is the book Treetops by Peter Bremer. And the winner of that is Paula Morhart.
Okay.
The next book is Murder in Plain Sight by Julie Holmes. And the winner of that is Jenny, and I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name, Jenny Barch.
Okay.
The next book is Nellie's Right to Vote by Marianne Waldron, and the winner is Susan Wagenhals.
Okay, Susan.
And then the last book is Stuck by Diane Windsor, and the winner is Margaret Schreier.
Okay, Margaret. Great.
I'm going to put in the chat, there's a link to all the prize winners from yesterday, and then we will update that for today.
Yes, thank you. And I will point out too that I think we had maybe 3 winners yesterday that didn't contact us or didn't send us their email or their mailing address. So definitely check the giveaways page if you're on there and didn't kind of claim anything yet. And the only thing that you have to do is just email us to that email address that Joy just put into the chat. If you're a winner, just email us your mailing address so we can get that book to you. And it's as simple as that. Susan has a suggestion. Yeah, right. Yes. Right now you can just see the photos and you kind of have to hover over to see the name. So we appreciate that suggestion. Website is kind of always a work in progress, and we appreciate any suggestions you might have to make things a little easier, to make things that make things work. So thank you, Susan, for that. Any other questions from anybody as we proceed with the day? We really appreciate everybody being here today, bright and early.
Do you want to mention what's coming up next, Rachel?
Oh, yes, I should probably mention what's coming up next. Thank you. Yes, 10 o'clock is the Making a Living from Writing panel. I'll be moderating that one. So for anybody who likes to write and maybe wants to think about, can I possibly make some money from this? And Joy, you'll be in that panel. And the short answer is
learn from them as always.
Yes, the short answer is yes, you can make money. Probably the better question is how much can you make? But we'll talk about that a little bit at 10 o'clock. And then again, just go to the directory, or the schedule to see what else is coming up for the day. It runs much like yesterday, if you were here yesterday. So just look to see what's there, and please pop into any session that looks moderately interesting. But otherwise, it doesn't look like we have any other questions. So we'll let you go. Thanks again for joining us this morning. I hope you have a really fun day at the book festival, and I'm sure that we'll see you in some other sessions.
Everybody.
Hey, thanks everyone. Have a good day.